On June 19th, 58-year-old Jairaj and his 31-year-old son Phoenix were arrested by the police in Tamil Nadu's Tuticorin district because their mobile shop was open a little after the lockdown curfew time had ended. On 22nd of June, Phoenix died at Kovilpatti Government Hospital, and the next day his father died at the same hospital. What happened to them in those 3 days of their arrest can only be called barbaric. Their knees were smashed with lathis. Their faces were pushed up against a wall and beaten up repeatedly till they started bleeding profusely. They were stripped buck naked. Steel-tipped lathis were thrust up against their anus. Their genitals were mutilated as well. That's what various eyewitnesses who saw the dead bodies stated. And it doesn't end here. Their blood-soaked clothes were sent to their homes and fresh clothes were demanded almost 3 times. The manner in which the magistrate gave police their custody, the doctor who gave them a medical certificate, all of this seems very dubious. But the official report says that they died of heart attack and fever. Their crime was that their shop was open a little after the lockdown curfew time had ended and they had to pay with their lives for that. No FIRs have been lodged against the police officers who allegedly tortured them, the government doctor who certified them as being fit, or the magistrate who granted them custody, or the jail officers who admitted them with bleeding injuries. When the news of Jairaj and Phoenix's death had spread, many shopkeepers and people from Santankulam town staged a dharna on June 23rd against police brutality. Hundreds of thousands of tweets were sent out using the hashtag Justice for Jairaj and Phoenix, with politicians, sportspersons and celebrities condemning the police action, and that's how the public outrage towards this incident grew stronger. But this is not an isolated incident of police brutality in India. Since 2016, 427 people have died in police custody. 12 people have died in police custody for violating lockdown restrictions. And if judicial custody is taken into account, then in the last 3 years, 5,476 people have died in custody. In UP alone, 5,000 police encounters have taken place since 2017. That's 5 encounters per day. All of this just points to one thing then, that we as a society have become desensitized towards police brutality and killings. So what does the police think of violence? Around 12,000 police personnel across 21 states were interviewed by NGO Common Cause and CSDS, a government-affiliated research institute. This is what they found. 3 out of every 4 police officer believes that police is justified in being violent towards criminals. 4 out of 5 believe that there is nothing wrong with beating up criminals to extract confessions. The researchers also found that the higher the level of education of a police officer, the more acceptable they found violence. 1 out of 5 police personnel believe that killing dangerous criminals is better than a legal trial. So while on one hand the police officers interviewed believed that violence is a necessary evil, there are certain social and cultural aspects as well which kind of support this belief as well. I'm talking about our movies where police violence is glorified to such an extent, हम सभी को कहीं ना कहीं लगता है कि थोड़ा बहुत police violence तो चलता है. What I'm trying to say is that violence doesn't occur in a vacuum. पुलिस वालों की नौकरियां भी बहुत taxing होती है. और इस COVID-19 के चक्कर में it might have only gotten worse. Various police acts also emphasize that a police officer is considered to be on duty 24 hours, 7 days a week. It is common for a police officer to work more than 14 hours a day. It's only recently that some states like Andhra Pradesh have started giving weekly offs to police officers. Only about 6% of police personnel have received in-service training in the last 5 years. See, I'm not trying to justify police violence here, but these aspects also need to be taken into account when we look for a solution. First of all, our government needs to pass Prevention of Torture Bill 2010, which makes torture by any government official a punishable offence. ये बिल 2010 में लोकसभा में पास हो गया था, मगर पिछले 10 सालों से राज्यसभा में पास नहीं हो पाया. A variety of police reforms have been put forward by the Supreme Court, the Niti Aayog, the government-appointed Administrative Reforms Commission, etc., but they've largely remained on paper, ineffective to say the least. So it's no surprise then that the police behave the way they do. It's not a question of good or bad police officers. The question is very simple, that what is the standard use of physical violence against a citizen by the representative of the state? This standard has to be high, क्योंकि जब तक कुछ police officers ये सोचते रहेंगे that they can get away with anything and nothing will happen to them, तब तक incidents like Jairaj and Phoenix will keep happening. And as I said earlier, violence doesn't occur in a vacuum. It has a social sanction. We need to question ourselves as well. Yes, I'm thinking aloud, but what do you think? Tell me in the comments below, and if you like this video, then share it and subscribe to India Times.